Okay, so I got it all set up and ready for the epoxy pour, okay? I don't know how this epoxy pour is going to work because things are going to pool up in here, right? It's going to pool up in here. All in here, it will pool up. So I don't know if it's going to be an epoxy pour. You can see that, really see that, whatever it's called, quilting or lightning, whatever it's called. There now. I got to take this outside and sand it. Where I'm going to sand this part here, here, and here to 1,000 grit. I got here right now, so might as well, right? But I don't know if it's going to. I think it's going to be like a more of an epoxy wipe-on thing. Who knows? What's my cat do? Lee's so curious. Lee, hey. Okay, so I've sanded this part down to 1,000 grit and all up here, not in there, but all here. I'm not building a friggin' spaceship, okay? And I friggin' hate sanding. I just use one of these things. Okay guys, so sorry I forgot to film, but we got it all set up here. Stu's here. Hey Stu.
Hey.
Where'd this slab come from again, Stu?
It's from California Redwood.
So this wood is actually California Redwood. How do you think this piece of wood was part of the trunk, like the roots?
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
Because of the way that all that is, it was close to down by the root area.
Yeah.
Like the one part was part of the actual trunk of the tree, and then the other part was like the root.
Okay. So we got this, this is the stuff that we're using. This epoxy tabletop. It's from Bear Woods Woodworking Tools, guys. I'll leave a link to the description below. And they're going to give us 5% if anybody wants to get this stuff. I paid 65 bucks Canadian for, what is this here? 2 pounds, 1 quart. So you get 2 quarts for 65 bucks.
And when you mix it 50-50.
Yeah, that's right. 50. So it's 1 to 1. 50-50. Fuck. So Stu's mixing up right now, and we're just mix the epoxy good, guys.
But don't stir really quickly because you don't want to introduce bubbles into your mix while you're mixing it. So you just kind of see, I'm just kind of going slow, and I'm not trying to turn in bubbles into it.
Yeah. You
don't want to pull your stick up and out, or it just makes more bubbles.
See, if it was me, I'd use my blender, and the whole thing would be bubbles. So we got this. All dusted off. We got this thing here, got the tarp on the floor, and we're gonna put one thin coat on first, let it cure for 2 to 4 hours, and then we'll come back and that will stop the bubbles from releasing, and then we'll put another coat on in 2 to 4 hours. Right, Stu?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, just hold it just anywhere like on the side there. Okay, so we're just gonna dip the brush in.
Oh, look at that. Would you look at that, Stu? Want that light brighter?
No, that's all right. I can see. So you just want to get the edges good so you don't see if it's on the wall, but you don't see any. Yeah. You don't have to do the back of it, obviously. Okay
guys, so it's going on good. One thing I suggest you don't use is the foam brushes like that, because they create air bubbles. See those foam brushes that I normally use? They create air bubbles, like really bad. So like little white patches of them. I had to wipe it all out. But Stu's got a.
And when you put it on with your brush, keep your brush flooded with the stuff, because then if you try and spread it out too much.
I don't want it too thick in here, Stu.
That's when it creates. We'll get rid of that, don't worry. That's when it creates more bubbles.
You're making the first coat, like Stu, you're making the first coat too thick, bro.
Doesn't matter, it's gonna run off, Jordy, don't worry.
Yeah, but it's all gonna sit right in here, bro, okay? Look how thick that is. That's way too thick for your first coat. Look, I need to take all this out of here.
Well, you don't want it in there?
It's way too thick for your first coat, Stu. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I've done it before, so whatever.
I know you have, and so I've done it once. I know you know a lot better, but I just don't want it too thick in here, because then you'll lose all the detail kind of stuff, right? Because it will fill it up. Just tell me to shut up, Jordy. Please, Stu, just say it.
No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but
I'm just
look,
covering
Stu,
it.
look.
Just don't worry. Don't worry, okay?
You see all those bubbles there? That's the wood releasing the gases. Now Stu's gonna hit it with a torch. Right here, Stu. See how the bubbles go away? Okay guys, so it's Stu's gone over it with the torch. You can see some bubbles coming back up. In my opinion, I wouldn't have made the first coat so thick, but Stu's done this way more than I have. You see bubbles there? Stu's done this way more than I have, so I'm listening to what Stu says, right? But yeah, it looks, look at it, it looks deadly. See the lightning quilting in there? Okay, I gotta get out of here. So we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes. Stu will come back in a bit with a torch, get rid of more bubbles, and yep. Okay guys, it's now the next day on this epoxy pour. So, but I want to explain what happened yesterday. From using that foam brush, and you know, pushing the epoxy in, and all the epoxy, it's hard for me to explain, all the epoxy poured into here, like it round down in here and sat in here, and then, you know, it would sit in here because it's deeper, it would run off here and sit in here. But from using that foam brush, it created all these little tiny white little bubbles, and it made it look white in here, and in here, and deep in here too. So it looked really white, like foggy epoxy. But so what we had to do is we had to scoop all the, when it was pretty hard, it was still tacky, but we had to scoop it all out with the with these little sticks here like this. See? Hey guys, I just want to give you a quick update on this video here. I'm sorry I deleted a bunch of the video parts that I had filmed on this epoxy pour, but we had to resand it, re-pour it. So here's what it looks like now anyways. So yeah, okay, bye. Okay guys, so here's that piece done. Sorry I don't have it hanging on the wall like a professional photo shoot. I still got to clean up the back. But here it is all done. So yeah, I think it went pretty good. There's like this is just smudge marks from my hand, but there's a few deficiencies, like a pop bubble there. There's a few bubbles, but it was basically, see, those are pop bubbles. I'm no pro at this. It's been a long time since Stu's done it, but I think it went pretty good. You can see the quilting down here. Well, pretty cool, eh? So anyways, that's it guys. There is epoxy pour old redwood carving. See this wood in here? Old wood spirit stuck in the wood, bringing it back to life. Bring your wood back to life, guys. And just want to say thanks, Stu Watts, for the wood, and thanks for helping me do this epoxy pour. Hope you're all good. Winter's coming. Start carving those trees.